Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Today is going to be a 30-minute quick all-around full body practice where we'll get into the shoulders, we'll get into the hips, do a little bit of core work, work some side body. All right, so join me for that. It'll be helpful if you have a block. If you don't have a block, not a big deal. But let's get started. We'll start in a seat. So we'll just get started in our seat. Come into Bakasana. Right? So soles of feet touch. Take your knees wide. You can take your hands to your feet and just kind of be here, allowing your knees to fall open. If it's too intense in the outer hip, you can go ahead and place a block underneath your outer thigh or underneath your knee, right on both sides if needed. But just come here and just kind of maybe round the back a little bit and just start to work into the hips. Right. So your feet aren't all the way in, they're not all the way forward. You're probably about 10, 12 inches away from your hips, right? Or about a foot's distance, right? One of your feet distances between heels and hips. Just a few breaths here. Right, feel the outside of your hips start to open up. Feel the inside of your hips start to open up. Right, maybe you're feeling it's feeling pretty good to kind of round your back maybe a little bit more, right? Just be here. A few breaths. Right, experience what you're feeling. And then just slowly, just bring your shoulders back over your hips. Take a look at your right leg. See the shape, maintain the shape, and without leaning too far back, right? If we lean back, I can pick my legs up off the floor really easily. So for this, I just want your hands to heart center. Maybe you have your hands on the floor. That might be a little bit helpful for some of you. But if you can, hands to heart center. And then look at your right leg. Without changing the shape, try to pick your whole leg off the floor. Pick up your foot. But you're trying to take your right knee down towards the floor and the arch of your right foot up toward the ceiling. So right knee down, arch of the right foot up. So you're going to feel your hip inside, outside, and the rotation that comes with it. Those muscles are working to maintain this shape. Take one more breath in, and then go ahead and set down. Right? It's not super intense, but it's not very easy either. Right? So you got the same shape on the left side without changing the shape. Right? Just lift your left leg up. If you were to lean back, right, it makes this lift a little bit easier. So try to stay up, shoulders over hips. Right? I'm trying to pick up my left foot up toward the ceiling, knee down towards the floor. Right? And you can see it's not a very big movement. It's not like I can take this right now, maybe one day, but right now I can't get my shin parallel to the floor. But that's what I'm going for, right? Arch of the left foot up toward the ceiling, left knee down towards the floor. Take one more breath in. And then go ahead and set the left foot down. And then just moving on the breath back and forth, we'll go right foot, inhale. Set it down. Left foot, inhale. Again, trying to spin the foot up, knee down. Set the foot down. Right foot, down. Left foot, down. Right foot. Just trying to maintain the shape. Down, left foot, down. Last time, right foot, down, left foot, down. And then come up to all fours. Find a tabletop position, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and then extend your right leg back. Bring your big toe to the floor. Right, this will help us get set. It helps level the hips off. And then from the back of your right hamstring, imagine you have just like a little string in the center of your hamstring. And someone's up on the ceiling trying to pull that string up toward. So you just feel your leg lift straight up toward the ceiling. Right? Bend your right knee, flex your foot, reach your right foot up toward the ceiling. And then press into your right hand, reach your left arm forward. Take a breath in, lift the arm, lift the leg. Then on your exhale, elbow to knee, curl and touch. Then on your inhale, flex your right foot, lift the foot up toward the ceiling, reach the left arm forward. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, extend the arm, bend the knee, lift the foot up. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, extend and bend the back knee. On your exhale, reach back with your left hand for your right foot. Maybe you catch it, maybe you don't. Chest forward, chest up. Maybe you gaze over the left shoulder or gaze down at your right thumb. But kick up toward the ceiling. As you kick up, engage your right glute and then pull with your left hand. Inhale, exhale. Breath in, breath out. And then go ahead and release. Leg long, arm long. And then left hand down, right knee down. We'll switch sides. We'll go left leg back straight. Bring the big toe on the floor. And then again, little string in the center of your hamstring, and it's going to pull that leg up toward the ceiling without rolling the hip open, so the leg lifts straight up. Flex your foot, bend your knee, lift your knee up toward the ceiling. Lift your foot up toward the ceiling. So you feel your hamstring and your glute. Reach your right arm forward, thumb up, and then lift the foot, lift the arm. Exhale, elbow to knee, maybe elbow past knee. Inhale, extend, bend the knee, lift the foot. Exhale, curl and press into your left hand. Inhale, extend, bend the knee, lift the foot, lift the arm. Exhale, curl in. Last time, inhale, extend the arm, bend the knee, reach back, catch the foot with your right hand, and then kick up toward the ceiling. As you kick up, again, chest forward and up. Maybe you gaze over your right shoulder or stay gazing at your left thumb. But engage your left glute, kick up toward the ceiling. Pull in with your right hand. Take a breath in. And then on your exhale, release the arm, release the foot. Hand down, knee down, tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. All right, walk your hands to your feet, come into Ragdoll Pose at the back of your mat. So bend your knees deeply, catch opposite elbows, let your head be heavy, and just kind of sway the upper body side to side. Maybe you want to sway the upper body front and back. Maybe shake your head no. Maybe shake your head yes. And then come back to center. Walk your hands forward, downward facing dog. Breath in together, breath out. Inhale, come about halfway between downward facing dog and plank. Wrap your elbow creases in your inner arms towards your thumbs. Press into your hands, feel the shoulder blades pull away from each other, and then press back to downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg up and back. Exhale, right foot forward, come into Virabhadrasana 1. As you come into Warrior 1, my preference would be a feet hip width distance or even wider, right? They can be even mat width. Right hip back until it stops. Left hip forward until they stop. Once they stop, stop moving it. And then from here, pull your feet towards each other. You're going to lift up just a little bit, right? Interlace your fingers at your lower back. Shoulder blades together. Shoulder blades slide down the back. And then reach the hands back behind you. As you go, lift your chest up, but draw your lower ribs in, right? Hands keep the clasp, but with your upper arms, pull your bind apart, right? So you're trying to pull your upper arm bones apart from each other. And just find a few breaths here in Warrior 1. Feet pull towards each other. Inhale, exhale. Take one more inhale. And then on your exhale, hands to the mat, step back to plank. Inhale and plank. Exhale, knees down, lower all the way to the floor, come into Cobra. So take your hands back by your lower ribs. Tops of the feet into the mat, engage the quads, feel your kneecaps lift. And then on your inhale, loop your shoulders back, squeeze your elbows, lift your chest. A little bit of weight into the hands and pull the elbows back. Exhale, forehead down. Inhale, lift. Maybe you float your hands. Exhale, down. So anytime we flow, right, we have Chaturanga to up dog. It's a great move, great transition. We have Cobra. And then the last one, which is probably my favorite and I think most important one that we should do more than the others, is Locust. So reach your arms back, palms face down. And then from the back of your ribs, lift your chest, lift your legs, lift your arms. Shoulder blades together, slide your shoulder blades down the back, lift your hamstring straight up, right? Imagine that string is still in your hamstrings and it's pulling it up toward the ceiling. Exhale, press back to downward facing dog. So anytime we flow, you'll be given the option, Chaturanga, Locust, or Cobra. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, step it forward, come into Warrior 1. Again, feet hip width distance, maybe a little bit wider, you may find that more comfortable. Right, it's going to allow you to turn your hips a little more to the front of the room. Hands to your hips, left hip back, right hip forward until they stop. Once they stop, stop moving the hips. And then press into your back foot. So you feel that quad engage a little bit more, and then pull your feet towards each other. So now those muscles are working. Interlace your fingers again at your lower back, but switch the grip. Opposite thumb on top. Shoulder blades together, down your back, and then reach the hands back and down. All right, pull the upper arm bones apart. Find your breath. Inhale, lift your chest up, exhale. Breath in, breath out. And take one more inhale. And then on your exhale, hands to the mat, step back, plank. Inhale and plank. And then on your exhale, Chaturanga, Locust, or Cobra. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, chest forward, so come up at least halfway. Exhale, belly draws in, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, engage the glutes a bit at the top. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Half salutation to build our rhythm. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Adding in some lunges. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot back, runner's lunge. Inhale, chest forward, pull your feet together. Exhale, step back, plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale, chaturanga, locust or cobra. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot lifts, inhale. Exhale, step it forward, runner's lunge. Inhale, engage your left quad. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, reach up. Reach, reach, reach up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Left side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back, runner's lunge. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, back to plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale, chaturanga, locust or cobra. Inhale, lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up. Exhale, step it forward, runner's lunge. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, come all the way up, stretch up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Surya Namaskar, Asana, same rhythm to the breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale, chaturanga, locust or cobra. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Step, hop, float, maybe handstand to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Lift your outer armpits up toward the ceiling. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Pace of the body's going to change, but the pace of the breath stays the same. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On your exhale, Bakasana, find crow pose. Right, so if you're coming into crow, take your knees wide, feet together, or maybe a feet hip width distance, but take the knees wide. Get your armpits as close to your inner knees as possible, and just kind of press your arms out into your legs. Squeeze your legs back into your arms. And then set your hands down, not underneath your shoulders. Take them forward a bit. And then from here, just lift your hips up. Look forward, don't look down. Lean as far forward as you can so you feel like you come to the tips of your toes. Pick up one foot, lean a little bit more forward, pick up the other. If you're not taking crow, find crow in a seat. Right? Big toes together, knees wide, reach them through. Right? Knees and armpits, upper back rounds. Right? This is a really nice way to get a feel for how crow is supposed to feel, and then get all the benefits of core of crow without taking the pressure on your wrists. One more inhale. And then on your exhale, step or hop back to plank. Flow through any of your options or just skip it with me and join us in downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Inhale your left leg up and back, or right leg up and back. Exhale, step it forward, come into crescent lunge. As you come into crescent lunge, bend this left knee. Take your peace fingers to hip points, but think about engaging your lower belly and lift your hip points up toward the ceiling. If you want, you can straighten out the leg or keep it here, but make sure that that left glute is fired. Reach your arms forward and eagle left arm underneath the right. Elbows in line with the shoulders, hands away from the face. And then just very gently squeeze the forearms a bit towards each other. Feet pull towards each other. Breath in, breath out, right? Feel that backs and outside of your shoulders. Breath in, breath out. And take one more breath in. And then on your exhale, just release the bind, cactus your arms open, shoulder blades together, take a breath in. And then on your exhale, twist to the right. As you twist to the right, pull your right rib back just a little bit more. Stay here, bring your hands together in prayer. Stay here, or bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Right? Chest forward, chest up, find length in your spine, and then rotate your rib cage up toward the ceiling. But left elbow presses into right knee into left elbow. Stay and breathe. If you want, you can open your arms or take a half bind. If you have an arm balance and you want to go there, go to the arm balance. Ekapada Kundinyasana A, right? So Twisted scissors if you want to take that. Right shoulder rolls open. Breath in, breath out. Take one more inhale. And then on your exhale, like you're coming into warrior two, open up to the left, and then straighten out your right leg, turn all 10 toes to the long side of your mat. Take your hands to your hips, lift your chest up, take a breath in. And then on your exhale, forward fold. Come into Prasarita Padottanasana, but come to a halfway lift and bend your knees a lot. Connect your ribs to your thighs. And then keeping ribs and thighs connected, straighten your legs out only to the point that you can maintain ribs and thighs connected. So now you should feel a nice spread out sensation across the hamstrings. Engage your quads. Pull your shin bones towards each other. Breath in, breath out. And then inhale with a long spine, come all the way up to a stand. Turn your right toes forward like warrior two, and then come into warrior two. Right, I like a nice little angle of my back foot, just slightly in. And then my feet pull towards each other, reach my arms wide. Right, I'm reaching through my fingers, but at the same time I'm trying to draw my shoulder blades together. So my arms are trying to pull apart, but my shoulder blades, which are connected through the joint to my arms, are pulling towards each other. So I have opposite actions going here. Take one more breath in. And then on your exhale, right forearm to right thigh, just to set it up. Left hand to left hip, side angle. Right, pull your right hip back and in. Like you're trying to bring your right glute and touch your left heel. And then pull your feet towards each other. Once you're set, left arm can be up toward the ceiling, or extend your left arm forward. Right, if you want, right hand to the outside or inside of the right foot. Right, along the outside or inside of the leg. Once you have the hand on the block or on the floor, press your knee out into the arm, press your arm into the leg. And then stretch through your fingers. Breath in, breath out. Look forward, shift forward, Ardha Chandrasana, come into half moon. Flex your left foot, reach through your heel. And then left leg lifts up as high as you can. Left arm up. All right, lower ribs draw in, both glutes engage. And then lift that left leg up a little bit higher. All right, flex the foot, reach through the heel. If you want, bend the knee, catch the foot, Chopasana, find sugar cane, roll open. Breath in, breath out. And then release the foot. Everyone bend your right knee, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank, step or hop back. Inhale and plank. Exhale, chaturanga, locust or cobra. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg up and back. Exhale, step it forward, come into crescent. As you come into crescent, right, engage that right glute, bend the right knee. Peace fingers come to your hip points and just kind of lift them up just a little bit. But have the action come from the belly, right, lower belly, like the pubic region's pulling up. Feet pull towards each other. Maybe that leg straightens, maybe it stays bent. And then eagle, opposite arm under, right? Right, if you went right arm under last time, go left arm under. If you went left arm, go right. And I'm saying that because I forgot which arm I did first. So just go opposite. If it feels like, hey, I just did this side, switch the arms. But just a little bit, squeeze forearms together. Pull the feet towards each other, and then elbows away from you. So you feel that broadening of your upper back. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. And then slowly release that. Open your arms wide, but keep your elbows bent. So you feel this broadening of the chest this time. Shoulder blades, instead of pulling away from each other in eagle, they're drawing towards each other. And then twist to the left. As you twist, lower ribs draw in, and then try to rotate the rib cage to the left. Feet continue to pull towards each other. Stay here. If you want to just stay in a high twist, stay here. Otherwise, hands come together in prayer. Connect your elbow to the outside of your knee. Once you have the elbow to the knee, right, my shoulders want to round forward. So get them up and get your chest forward, chest up, so your back is long. And then press your elbow into your knee, knee into the elbow. And then from here, pull your feet together. Stay here or open the arms. Right? Half binds, side scissors if you want to take a side scissors. Right? But wherever you're at, stay with the rhythm of breath we set in our salutations. Breath in, breath out. Take one more inhale. And then on your exhale, like you're coming into warrior two, open up, but straighten out both legs. Turn all 10 toes to the right towards the long edge side of your mat. Interlace your fingers at your lower back. Maybe you want to take reverse prayer or grab opposite elbows. Once you have your bind of choice, lift your chest up. Right, take a breath in. And then on your exhale, forward fold. And you can stay with the bind, or you have a little bit of time for a little bit of free time. So you can release the hands. Maybe you want to twist. Right arm stays down, left arm up, left arm down, right arm up. Maybe you want to take some side lunges, Skandasanas to the left and to the right. Right, maybe going back and forth, maybe holding on one side for a bit, holding on the other. Right, just a little bit of time for you, a few breaths to feel what does your body need, and then allow your body to receive it. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. And then chest forward, halfway lift. Bring your hands to your hips, come all the way up. Turn your left toes forward like Warrior Two, because that's where we're going. Come into Warrior Two. I like to then turn that back toes in just a little bit. I want to see big toe, second toe to the inside of my left knee, which means my right hip is going to have to come just a little bit forwarded now. And then my feet pull towards each other. Because we're lengthening inner thighs, we might as well strengthen them at the same time. We're not going to get any less flexible. All we're going to do is add some strength. And then reach out of the arms. Draw your shoulders up by your ears, and then roll your shoulders back and down. Right, can you level your pelvis off? Can you kind of notice, are you kind of in this disco hip, this John Travolta hip, or can you get that left hip up a little bit more in line? So when you look down at your hands, if they're on your hips, they're relatively level. Take one more inhale. And then side angle, left forearm to left thigh. Right, notice this left hip is just going to want to press out. So can you pull it in and draw it back? It's almost as if you're taking your left hip and trying to press it to the right. And then feet pull towards each other, right arm up toward the ceiling. Or sweep it forward. Right, if this is enough, stay here. Or hand to the block or to the floor, inside or outside of the foot. Doesn't matter for today. Right, they achieve different things. If your hand is to the outside of the foot and you press your knee out, it gets into your outer hip. If your hand is to the inside and you squeeze your knee into your left arm, it's going to be more inner thigh, inner hip. So your choice. Right, breath in, breath out. Feet pull towards each other. Look forward, shift forward. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Flex your right foot, reach through the heel, and then lift that right leg up as high as you can. Breath in, breath out. One more inhale, and then stay here, or from here, take Shavasana. Bend your right knee, reach back, catch the foot. If you have the foot, you're rolling your right hip open, and then you're trying to kick back behind you, like you're coming into a one-armed, one-leg bow. Take one more inhale breath. And then on your exhale, release. Slowly step forward, come into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Inhale and plank. On your exhale, to the floor, Sphinx. Inhale and Sphinx. You thought I wouldn't, there's no way I would do a class without a Sphinx, right? Right? Chest forward, chest up. And then tuck your toes, forearm plank. All right, without dropping your shoulders, press down, lift up. Left hand down, rotate to the outside edge of your left foot, inside edge of your right foot, lift your hips up. And then press into your left forearm, hug your elbow towards your feet. So you feel your whole left side body. Stay here and breathe for a moment. Breath in, breath out. Feel how when you pull your elbow towards your feet, how stable you get. And then right arm down, left arm up. Right, get it set up. Imagine you have a heavy weight on this left hip and you're going to lift it up toward the ceiling. And then press firmly into your right forearm, hug the elbow back. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Feel that right side body. And then left arm down, forearm plank, inhale. And then walk your feet in for Dolphin. As you come into Dolphin, squeeze your armpits and elbows towards each other. Press into your forearms, lengthen the outside of your shoulders, outside of your armpits. Breath in, breath out. Walk your feet back, forearm plank, inhale. Knees down, hips down, Sphinx. Breath in. Reach your arms back, palms face down for locust. Inhale, lift into locust. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot forward into half pigeon. Right, I normally do a 90-90 half pigeon if you have no idea what I'm talking about there. Right, I'll put a link to the video in the video notes. But you can take that, or if you want to take traditional half pigeon, you can take traditional half pigeon. For today, I want this to be about you, right? Not about me. It's never about me. Well, it kind of is sometimes. But my wife will say it is. But I want it to be about you and what does your body want? Does your body want a little bit more glute? If it wants more glute, come into a more traditional pigeon, where your hips are trying to level towards each other. Left hip forward, right hip back. If you want more outer hip and you know the 90-degree sit, sit in the 90-degree sit, find your 90-90 pigeon. But just be here for a moment, either version, right? Press your shin into the floor. Just so you feel those muscles that are working, that are stretching, are now starting to work, right? Anytime we're working into the outside and back of the hip, we want to make sure anytime we're lengthening it, that for the most part we are strengthening it as well, right? If you've contracted it like crazy, you've done a heavy weightlifting with resistance bands and all that kind of stuff, a lot of resistance training, it'll be fine to be passive here and just let the shin be soft. But because we're doing yoga, and a lot of us just do yoga, we want to make sure anytime we're stretching it, it's a little bit stronger. So press that shin down. So those muscles are long and strong. We're not getting any less flexible. Breath in. Breath out. And then lean onto your right hip. Swing your left leg forward. Come into half pigeon, same as the other side. Right, if you're looking for more glute, come into that traditional half pigeon, where you're working hips level with each other. If you have knee pain in this, take the 90-90 sit. Again, I'll put a link into the notes if you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Right, it's something that's really great. I actually do that usually. Today I'm just kind of feeling like regular pigeon, so I'm going to be here, right? But I'm going to press my shin down, and I'm going to ask you to press your shin down no matter where you're at, 90-90 sit or the regular pigeon, just to turn those muscles on a little bit, so those muscles are working at a lengthened position. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. And then slowly walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Sit on your left hip a little bit, swing both legs forward. Draw your left heel in towards your hip. Cross your left foot over your right so the sole of your foot is on the floor. Stay here or bend your right knee, bring your right foot behind you, or not behind you, towards your left hip. And then right arm around your left knee, left hand behind you as a kickstand. Lift your chest up, breath in. Then as you twist, pull in with the right arm, but press the knee out into the arm as you gaze over your left shoulder. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And then come back to center. Undo the legs, straighten both legs out, shake them out. And then we'll go right foot in this time. Cross the right leg over the left. And then lean onto your left hip if you want. Bend your left knee, bring your left heel towards your right hip. And then left arm around the right knee. Right hand behind you as a kickstand. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, find your twist. Again, inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. And then slowly come back to center. Extend both legs long. Come all the way down onto your back. And then set your feet down like you would for bridge. All right, take a breath in. Then on your exhale, press into your feet, lift up into bridge. All right, you can stay here in bridge. If you're ready and you want to come into wheel, you can plant your hands, come into wheel. I'm going to stay in bridge because I'm listening to my body today. I'm going to ask you to do the same. Listen to your body. If your body's like going, yeah, I want to get into wheel, I want to get into wheel, I want to get into wheel, go for it. If your body's like, bridge is actually feeling pretty good, and I kind of want to stay here, my shoulders aren't really feeling like wheel, stay here. But wherever you're at, find your breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Press into your feet. If you're in wheel, wrap your armpits towards each other. And then press into your hands and lengthen the outside of your shoulders. Breath in, breath out. And then when you're satisfied, slowly come all the way down. Right? Set your feet back down as if you would for bridge. Walk your left foot as far off the mat as possible to the left. All right, so you're walking it straight off to the left. And then roll the inside edge of your left foot to the floor, left knee towards the floor. The outer edge of your foot is going to lift. And you may play with this a little bit. Your foot may come back a little bit more towards your shoulder for you to feel it. You may need to walk your foot a little bit more away from your shoulder. What you're trying to do is you're trying to feel where if you have, imagine you have jeans on, like a pair of pants. you know that little coin pocket. You're trying to feel right into that coin pocket, right? That's your internal rotators, your TFL that we're trying to get into. If this is really intense or it's discomfort on the inner knee, right, either back the knee out or take your feet, both feet, hip width distance or mat width distance, and draw your knees inwards. It's the same rotation, just not isolating one side. Breath in, breath out. And then walk your left foot back in. Walk your right foot off the mat. Or if you have both knees working towards each other, stay with both knees. And then roll the inner edge of your right foot to the floor so the outer edge lifts. Inner knee on your right side presses towards the floor. Again, if this is uncomfortable, if it's really intense, either back the knee off till you're not feeling that discomfort, or take your feet wide and bring your knees in towards each other, like you're creating a tent with your knees. You may need to adjust, again, right heel towards right shoulder or right foot away from you. Everybody's a little different, so just explore. Breath in, breath out. But where you shouldn't feel discomfort is to your inner knee. Breath in, breath out. And then walk your feet back in. Cross your right leg over your left like you're coming into eagle legs. And whether you find the full wrap or not, that's up to you. Right? Bump your hips a little bit back to the right. Drop both knees to the left. So you're coming into an eagle leg twist. If this is too intense, just go into any supine twist with your knees to the right. Right? Maybe that's one knee, maybe that's both knees. Your choice. But take this right outer hip, so this top hip, and just try to roll it down. And that may be extending your legs a little bit more down towards the front of the room. Breath in, breath out. Squeeze inner thighs together. And then slowly make your way back. Cross your left leg over your right, again like you're setting up for eagle, whether you're full wrapping or not, that's up to you. And then from here, shift your hips a little back to the left. Drop both knees to the right. Arms wide, gazing over the left shoulder or up toward the ceiling. But when you look at your left knee, you want to make sure that either your left knee is straight out from the hip or down towards the feet, right, or down towards the top of your mat. Right? They're a little bit angled away from you. You don't want them angled back. Breath in, breath out. What I mean by angled back is up towards your face or up towards your shoulder. And then slowly come back to center. Come into Shavasana. Take a few moments here. And in these shorter classes, I always recommend, right, staying here as long as you can. So if you want to stay in your Shavasana, stay in your Shavasana. Otherwise, slowly as you can, make your way to a comfortable seat towards the front. Sit tall but not rigid. Bring your hands together in prayer position, heart center. Slide your thumbs to your forehead towards your third eye. Take a final deep breath in. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this practice. If you want a few more longer practice, right, you can become a member on my channel. I have quite a bit more full-length practices, 60 minutes, 75 minutes on my membership-based section of the channel. You can just click the join button below, or in the show notes. If you're on an Apple device, you won't see the join now button, but you might be able to see it below that in the description. You just click that, it'll tell you more. It's just $6.99 a month. I'm running some live classes where you could join me live via Zoom, and the links and everything will be there as well. So join me there. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Namaste.